chose me. I'm a champion, I need some trophies. I can draw the lane, I can shoot the three. I can run 100 yards, I can throw it deep. I ain't choose the game, can't chose me. I'm a champion, I need some trophies. I can draw the lane, I can shoot the three. I can run 100 yards.
What's up, everyone? Happy Monday. Welcome to a new episode of The Extra Point. I'm Lauro Antonio. Sorry we didn't do the show yesterday. I was busy with the World Series and all that. Got tired. So anyways, today is a new day, and I'm get to do it today, which I'm glad I got to do since it was a busy day yesterday. So anyways, folks, be sure to also like the MI6 Facebook page. Also give us a follow on Twitter and on Instagram as well. And you can also check out our content on the MI6 Sports website with blogs and podcasts on the MI6 website as well. Also tune in tonight for Wild Sports Talk. I'll be back on there later tonight as well with Isaiah Leong and Adam Farber. Be sure to tune in then, folks. So anyways, let's get started. Let's start with our Week 8 recap, and I'll tell you kind of like what are my biggest takeaways in Week 8 from yesterday. So the one takeaway that I had to that I didn't get in Week 8 was, why would the Cincinnati Bengals lose to a sorry Jets team that had only one win, and then you give the Jets their second win of the season against the Bengals team that's really on the rise? And I was like, in my brain, I was like, why would you do it? And why would you lose to a team like the Jets without Zach Wilson? But you know what? Mike White stepped up nicely. Joe Burrow is Joe Burrow. Jamar Chase is Jamar Chase. They're doing good things in Cincinnati, but there's nothing to be worried about if you're a Bengals fan, because I think the Bengals are heading in the right direction. And I think this team is going to be something special down the stretch. You better watch out, because I think that Joe Burrow will not only lead the Bengals to a division title or a playoff spot. I think he's going to give the Bengals their first playoff win in years. It's not something that Andy Dalton hasn't done. So anyways, folks, also want to give you a recap of the Patriots and Chargers game. And my thoughts is that both teams played really well, but obviously the better team won, which is the New England Patriots. They played very well, and I'll tell you what, that Justin Herbert didn't play his best game, but I'll tell you what, folks, I just thought that that Mac Jones continues to be impressive. And I also think that that the Chargers, they're in a good spot with Brandon Staley as the head coach. But now let's talk about the Texans and the Rams. So the Rams started this game holding the Texans scoreless, but the Texans showed some fight in the end. But hey, the Rams needed to beat a team that they were supposed to be beating, and they did so by beating the Houston Texans by a large margin. But we'll tell you the final score for both games. So for the Rams, they won 38-22. And also the Patriots, they beat the Chargers by the final of 27-24. So those are some of my So what I meant to say was, folks, I really think that the Patriots, however, are getting better and better as the weeks goes on. And I think that this Patriots team, you can't count them out down the stretch. I think that this team could be a wild card team when it's all said and done. We'll just have to see how they do against Carolina next week, which I'll get to my game picks in a little bit. And for the Rams, I think they're on pace to win the NFC West. I think that this team is definitely onto something real special here. And I think that this team is in a really good spot with Matthew Stafford at quarterback. And all right, folks. Also, we got some breaking news to talk about here. Derrick Henry went underwent foot surgery, so no timetable for his return. Obviously, that is a big blow for the Tennessee Titans. But I feel like that assuming that the Titans win the AFC South, which I think they will, I think Derrick Henry will be back for the playoffs. And a big signing here for the Titans. They signed Adrian Peterson to kind of help fill the void in the loss of Derrick Henry. And also, the LA Rams made a blockbuster signing, and that was signing Von Miller. And I think that Von Miller will add to that Rams potent defense with Aaron Donald and Leonard Floyd and Jalen Ramsey. Man, oh man, you could bring back the fearsome foursome again if you're that Rams defense. And also other news to talk about, Jameis Winston is out for the season. He tore his ACL and MCL against his former team. And that is obviously a big blow for the Saints. But hey, Sean Payton knows what he's doing. He's an offensive genius, a quarterback guru. And I really think that Sean Payton will know what he's doing whenever he starts Trevor Siemian at quarterback. All right, folks. So, anyways, with that being said here, let's talk about a recap of Sunday Night Football. Obviously, I didn't get to watch it, but Dak Prescott did not play that game. But Cooper Rush was able to do enough to lead the Cowboys to a win, and that they have not lost a game since week 1 of the season against Tampa Bay. And I do expect Dak Prescott to be back for the next game. I think that 2 weeks off will help him heal from that calf injury. He should be good to go then. And then, folks, with that being said here, we'll talk about Monday Night Football as the Kansas City Chiefs are taking on the New York Football Giants. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes needs to get his season on track. It's 1 week that the Chiefs would lose to a bad team, would lose to a good team, and then the next week they lose to a bad team. I want to see them string some wins down the stretch, which I know that they're capable of. You're not going to count out the Chiefs. I personally won't count them out just because I really think that Mahomes is going to get their season right on track. All right, folks. So now moving on here to our Week 9 preview and picks. So let's start with Thursday Night Football, and I'll give you an in-depth analysis of what to expect here. So Thursday Night Football, you'll get to see the New York Jets take on the Indianapolis Colts. A lot of people are like, nobody wants to see the Jets in primetime games. I personally think that if I made the schedule, and with the Jets being so bad, they shouldn't be in a primetime game. But I think the Colts are going to beat them. I think they're going to blow them out. I think this game's not going to be even close. I think the Colts by a lot in this game. Now, let's talk about the Patriots and the Panthers. So the Patriots have a chance to go over 500 for the first time this season, which I think they could. And I feel like that with Mac Jones under center, it gives the Patriots a chance to go over that 500 mark here, which I think that will happen. But give me the Patriots by 3 or by 10 over Carolina. And they're going to go up against Sam Darnold, though. So I think that it's not going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be a relatively close game. I think they might get Christian McCaffrey back, but we'll have to wait and see. Now on to the rest of the Sunday slate here. And we're going to talk about the Broncos and the Cowboys. The Broncos have been falling off a cliff here since their 3-0 start. I could see Dak Prescott being back for this game. Give me the Dallas Cowboys in a blowout. I think with Von Miller gone, I think that the Dallas Cowboys will shut out the Denver Broncos. And let's talk about the Falcons and the Saints. I mean, no Jameis Winston. No, if Taysom Hill's back for this game, I could see the Saints winning this game by a lot. But for the Falcons, you don't want to underestimate Matt Ryan and that high-powered offense that he still leads. So I'm going to go with the New Orleans Saints in this game. And I think that they're a team that could still challenge the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in that division because of the coaching of Sean Payton. Doesn't matter who their starting quarterback is. Now let's talk about the Vikings and the Ravens. I mean, there's nothing to discuss in this game, so I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens in this game. I just think that the Vikings, they're not that great to begin with, but I kind of think that Mike Zimmer's seat is getting warmer and his job is in jeopardy right now. And I think that he probably will get fired at the end of the season. Now, we'll talk about the Browns and the Bengals. So, the Battle of Ohio. This one's a tough one for me. I think that the Browns coming off a loss to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is still showing that they're still in it. The Bengals, they're a team that has been a good story, but I'm going to go with the home team in this one. I think that the Cleveland Browns will lose their second straight game. I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals. I think after losing to the Jets, I think this team is going to bounce back and get a win in round one of the Battle of Ohio. All right, now let's talk about the Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars, I mean, they're obviously not been a really good team this year. I mean, this team has just been – I mean, Trevor Lawrence has been the bright spot. I mean, he's getting better and better each week, but it's the entire team overall that's just not been doing its job. So give me the Buffalo Bills in this one, but I think Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars will make it close. I just think that the Bills are going to come out on top in this one. Now let's talk about the Texans and the Dolphins. I think this is going to be a good opportunity for the Miami Dolphins to get their season on track. I could see them being 10-7 by the end of the season. So either 10-7 or 9-8. Give me 10-7. I think they're going to go on a really nice win streak by season's end. I think Tua's their guy. I have belief in Tua Tagovailoa. Give me the Miami Dolphins in this one. And I think it's going to be by 20 or maybe even closer. I think this is going to be a good time for the Dolphins to get back on track this season. Now, the Raiders are playing the Giants in the Big Apple. And the Raiders have been playing really good football. They have been focused since the John Gruden resignation. Rick Bisaccia has kept this team together. And for the Giants, I just think that they're going to score some points, but I think Daniel Jones is a decent quarterback, but I think the Raiders are the better team. So I think the Raiders are going to come out on top. Now on to the late night games. So you got the LA Chargers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. And I really think that the Chargers are going to win this game. It might be a close game like what people think it could be, but I'm going to say that the LA Chargers are going to get a win here after losing to the Patriots last week. Now, this is the good part here of the schedule. So you got the Packers and the Chiefs going head-to-head on America's Game of the Week, Mahomes versus Rodgers. And I'm going to say give me Mahomes in this game. I just think that Green Bay's due for a loss. Kansas City's due for a win. I just think that Mahomes will get his season on track against Aaron Rodgers. And then the Cardinals playing the 49ers. This is for you, Isaiah. So the Niners finally got a win here. I think that the Niners are definitely on track. We don't have to show his losing face again. So anyways, with that being said, I think that the San Francisco 49ers are going to come out on top or something like that. I'm just kidding. They're not going to win this game, so I'm going to pick the Arizona Cardinals in this game. I was going to pick San Fran if it's Trey Lance, but Trey Lance started the last game, but I'm going to pick the Cardinals to win this game. But with the Niners, this team really relies on Jimmy Garoppolo. And now to Sunday Night Football. The Rams and the Titans. This is a rematch of the Super Bowl back when Al Michaels called this game on ABC. It was like Super Bowl 34. And Kurt Warner was the MVP when these two teams played in that Super Bowl. So give me the LA Rams in this game. I think Matthew Stafford has done a really good job. And I think that the Titans, I think Ryan Tannehill will keep them in this game. I think that A.J. Brown, Julio Jones, I think they're going to be more involved in this game as well. And now for Monday Night Football, the Bears and the Steelers are going to go head-to-head. So next Monday night, I'll be on the call for that. So I'll be back doing primetime football games next week. So give me the Pittsburgh Steelers to win this game. So anyways, now that being said here, my final thoughts is that I am excited for the Rams to get Von Miller. I think he is going to be a great fit for them. And also, that being said, folks, I think Mike Zimmer is on the hot seat, and I'm looking forward to tonight's Monday night game with Peyton and Eli. Looking forward to watching their broadcast, and then we'll be calling Monday Night Football next week and go from there. So that's going to do it for Extra Point. This is Loro signing off for now. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk to you on Sunday.
Yeah. I ain't choose the game chose me. I'm a champion, I need some trophies. I can draw the lane, I can shoot the three. I can run 100 yards, I can throw it deep. I ain't choose the game chose me. I'm a champion, I need some trophies. I can draw the lane, I can shoot the three. I can run 100 yards, I can throw it deep.
I got what it take to be a champ. You know bars life, you should come and join the camp. Title after title, put my rivals off the map. Thought you had the trophy till I came in for the snatch. I was born in it, not sworn in it. I ain't come to play, my wrist mean all business. Running like a mimic, check my jersey, authentic. In Oakland with some Raiders till my haters deal with it. I'm in the field with it. Stop playing.
I ain't choose the game chose me.